Growing up in Thunder Bay, this future Paralympian was a self-described intense competitor in all sports. Taking up downhill skiing, she eventually became instructor during her teen years. In high school, she also competed in volleyball, track, and cross-country running, and spent summers undertaking water sports. Although her vision was starting to present challenges, she tried to adapt as best as she could until being diagnosed with Stargardt disease at the age of 15. It's a form of macular degeneration which left her with only 6% vision. Not one to let a challenge stand in her way, it was while attending Mohawk College during the mid-1990s she discovered sport for the blind. Taking up goalball and powerlifting, she set national and world records in the squat, bench press, and deadlift. Getting back on the snow in the early 2000s, she got involved with para-Nordic skiing on a recreational basis, but before long, her competitive edge was back, and she began training and competing. Teaming up with guide Brian Barry, the pair began to bring home the hardware, claiming medals at International Paralympic Committee World Cup para-Nordic events and cross-country ski nationals.
The choice to go to the World Cups in Sollefteå, Sweden, and it was one of the best choices that we could have made. We had really good skiing there, good racing, and I was able to win a gold medal in the skate sprint and a silver and a bronze there. So that gold medal won me a spot onto the 2010 Paralympic team.
Along with the Nordic racing events, Weldon will also be representing Canada in the short and long course biathlon. Although she didn't have her rifle with her on this day, she says it's a sport people often ask about.
And people probably are scared to hear that blind and visually impaired athletes shoot a rifle, but it's a laser rifle. It simulates just a normal .22 rifle, but it's just a laser rifle with auditory sound. So when you're shooting, it's based on a frequency that we hear, and as you get closer to the bullseye, the frequency increases.
Earning a spot on the para-Nordic national team for the 2010 Vancouver Paralympics, the duo's first experience saw them finish just out of the medals, but putting in top 10 finishes in all of their events. Her second trip to the Winter Paralympics was with guide Phil Wood at the 2014 Games in Sochi. And the fact that she was even there was a miracle, given that she suffered a major accident in August of 2013. During a paracycling World Cup training session in Quebec, Robbi and her cycling pilot were hit by a car, resulting in multiple fractures and being bedridden for many months. It was following the 2010 Winter Paralympics that this driven all-around athlete approached Cycling Canada to see if she might be suited to participate in the discipline of tandem bike racing. Before long, she was partnered with pilot Lynn Bissett, and meeting for just the first time at the 2010 Canadian Championships, they placed second in the time trial and won the road race. Next up was tandem road race gold at the 2010 Paracycling Road World Championships and the 2011 World Time Trial title. At the 2011 Parapan American Games, their 4 gold medals resulted in being Canadian flag bearers for the closing ceremonies.
Definitely wanted Lynn to be flag bearer with me, so the two of us carried in the Canadian flag, and in front of the audience in Guadalajara, Mexico. It was a super exciting moment, and Lynn found it to be her best games ever in her whole 16 years of cycling. She really enjoyed the experience, and it was great to lead in Team Canada.
That performance set the stage for their appearance at the 2012 London Paralympic Summer Games, and that turned out to be another golden moment, crossing the finish line 34 seconds ahead of their closest competitor in the road race and returning home to her many fans.
It's a fantastic way to end the Paralympics. The last race of the 3 races we had is a golden moment. Lynn's last race, she's retiring, my pilot, so it was a fantastic way to end. 80-kilometer race was grueling, really tough, and I was so proud of the two of us. When I came back to Thunder Bay, I was super excited. I knew all my family, friends, and all the people that have supported me, not just for the last 2 years in tandem cycling, but over the last 6 years of my athletic career in Nordic skiing as well. Thunder Bay's got a huge sports community, and I'm really proud of it, and I was really excited to come home and share the gold with all the people that have supported me along the way.
Pairing up with pilot Audrey Lemieux, the duo claimed a 2015 Para-Pan American Games silver medal and had multiple top UCI Paracycling World Cup finishes, with Robbi making her 4th Paralympic appearance in Rio de Janeiro in 2016. Retiring from competitive sports in 2020, this exceptional athlete earned entry into the Canadian Cycling Hall of Fame in 2021, becoming only the 2nd paracyclist ever to enter the National Shrine. All throughout her career, Robbi always made the effort to incorporate her children into her training programs and tried to encourage them to participate in sports. Her efforts paid off as she recently traveled to Paris to watch her daughter, Keegan Gaunt, compete in track events at the 2024 Paralympic Summer Games. She once described one of the keys to her success as being her parents, Robert and Wendy, who always reminded her that they were raising a daughter, not a daughter with a disability. That has guided her all throughout her life and along her athletic journey.